Hello, this is BJ from Hearns, and I'm going to be talking about some of the new Godhand tools which arrived recently, which are called the Spin Blades. So let's have a closer look. So I've just got here, these are the drill bits which will be used in conjunction with one of the Spin Blade sets. So I've already talked about these, and they're in a previous video about how they work, and they're very sharp and they work very well. Now, these particular ones, you'll notice that they're 1mm, 1.5mm, 2mm, 2.5mm, 3mm. They correspond to these spin blades over here, which are 1mm, 1.5mm, 2mm, 2.5mm, and 3mm. So the idea is you drill a pilot hole. So it's not actually a hole, it's to give a rivet type effect. It's an indentation in the plastic, which I'll show you in a sec. And then you finish it off with a spin blade. Now, spin blades also come with the larger sizes here, which is 3.2, 3.5, 4, and 4.5. Now, you'll need to get your own drill bits for those, which you'll be able to get from a regular hardware store. So I'll just show you how these smaller ones work. So I'll give you a closer look at a piece of plastic that I've been working on here, and you'll see how they, what effect they give. Alright, so I'm going to use this 1mm drill bit here. I just pop it in a pin vise. So all these have a 3mm shank here, so they'll fit on any of these general pin vices that accept small bits all the way up to generally 3.2 or 1/8 of an inch. Okay, just tighten that there. Okay, so I've already made a few indentations here already. Now the idea is you don't drill all the way through. So these are just to add extra surface detail. So I'll pop another one here. So I'm doing 2 rows, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave 1 row standard so you can see what it looks like without the spin blade, and then you'll be able to easily compare what the two look like. Okay, so I've just made the indentation there with the 1mm. Pop this over here. Actually, let's take out this bit. Okay, so it goes there. Alright, let's start with the 1mm. Alright, so on closer examination you'll see that it looks a bit like a flat-headed screwdriver, but it's very sharp, so it's a chisel bit. Pop this in here. Okay, so the idea is you go into these pilot indentations that you've done with the drill already, and then just pop that inside, and you gently spin just like you're drilling a hole. Well, the difference is, because this is flat on the sides, it's only rounding off the edges, so just clean that out. Alright, so I guess that's pretty easy to see. Now I'll continue on with the other 2 holes, and it'll give you a better idea of what each one's going to look like. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Okay, so this is the 1.5mm, and it fits in like so. Again, goes here. Okay, so continue on. Alright, let's move to the next one. That's 2.5mm. Like this. Okay. Alright, let's go a bit further. Alright, I'll clean off all the swarf that's come off. Pop these back. Okay. Alright, so there you go. So you should be able to easily see the differences there. So this line here is only the drill bit, and you'll see that with a drill bit, because it's pointed, it's got the rounded edges. Then after I've gone through them, the spin blade, you see that the edges have all been cleaned up and squared off. So it's great for adding extra detail. So any point where any, I guess, mechanical surface where it needs a indentation for even particular plug or some kind of fuel receptacle or oil receptacle, you can see how much cleaner the detail is compared to only a drill point. So that's the spin blade there. Now I'll give you a quick demonstration of the bigger ones. So all the small ones can be used like a chisel as well, let's just try the bigger ones just to give you a better idea, because the bigger ones are easy to see. Okay, so I've got the big one there. Again, they've got the 3mm shank on them. Just put it in there in the pin vise. Okay, so here, super sharp on this edge. Now these are particularly handy. Let's do the underneath. Okay, it's more easily recognizable when you see injection points like this. And sometimes these injection points are on the outside, so they're quite visible. Now all you need to do is just go across like this, and you'll see it's all scraping it up. And you go all the way into recesses on these ribs like so. And that's something that you won't be able to do with a knife. So, just do so. Scraping it down. So you see that how quickly you can scrape it. It's like a blade, but it's easier to access areas, particularly corners, like so. Let's just clean off this swarf. And then like so. So it's a little bit rough, but I mean that's to be expected. A knife would do the same sort of thing. But you'll see the difference here with the injection pin, and then with just scraping with the chisel. Now obviously if I wasn't so quick and not so careful, you could probably scrape it the other way and it'll be much smoother before you sand it. Like so. So very easy sound going on. So in with these chisels, so you got the little tiny ones, so you got the set from 1mm all the way to 3mm, and then you've got this larger set, which is 3.2mm to 4.5mm. And that's a spin blade by Godhand, and it's very easy to use. So there again, so in a nutshell, you can drill a hole. The hole is to act as a guide for the various sized spin blade, and then the spin blade goes in and creates the right angled edging detail. Or again, you can use them just as a chisel. So there you go, Godhand Spin Blade.